there were some months this year that was very difficult, very challenging. Because you try to love people, you try to celebrate people, you try to lead a church, but not everyone rolls out the red carpet and thinks that you're doing a great job. So what happened was online posts or social media messages or voicemails or texts or emails, all the things began coming and began really just terrorizing me, just trashing, and just, it was really this avalanche of things. And it was from people that I didn't know, which is fine. It was from people that I kind of knew, but it started to come from people that I cared about, that I thought were for me, that I thought were with me, and it was just very challenging. And so there was this really dry season where I just was like, Lord, I'm trying to love, I'm trying to do what you're calling me to do, but I don't even know if I have what it takes for what you're calling me to do here. I remember thinking like, Lord, I don't know what it is, but there's something off. And so our family was going to Central California near Yosemite, and I told Amy a couple weeks before, I said, one of those mornings, I just need to drop you off at the lake, and I just need to go do like a prayer walk. I just need to take some time away. And she agreed and thought it was a great idea, and so I did that, and I started driving towards Yosemite Valley, and a few weeks before, they had this incredibly ravaging fire in the Yosemite Valley that destroyed a lot of the trees and all the things that were in Yosemite, and I ended up driving through all that devastation, and I saw it, and I kind of kept driving. I had no agenda or schedule, but I just needed to get away. I felt the Lord saying, you need to go back, and I want you to look at that Yosemite Valley. So I turned around and I got off on the shoulder, I got out of the car, and I began looking at the Yosemite Valley. Began looking at the devastation from the fire. Began seeing all the burns, the destruction that this fire had raged, and how it just left everything dry. I was reminded of James, where he writes that the tongue is a fire, that your words matter, and words have been burning me and destroying me, and the Lord was sharing that my soul was dry. I was weary. And I don't share this to curry sympathy. I'm just sharing. This is just me. This is what I've been going through. And so I remember sitting there and just like, Lord, like I am dry. I have been weary. And I began looking out, and you just see all these things and just processing things. And Jesus has the living water that can quench your thirst and be water for a weary, dry soul. Then I began to see some trees. Now, a lot of trees were destroyed. There was a lot of stumps. There was a lot of blackened trees that I feel like if you were to walk up there and kind of poke with your finger, they would just crumble apart. But there were some trees that were standing. And I began looking at the valley, and I didn't notice the destruction anymore. I began looking at the trees that were still standing. And I'm sitting over watching this valley, and I'm just trying to figure out what the Lord is wanting to speak. And it was when I was looking out at these trees that the Lord spoke to me in my spirit. And you know what he said? It was exactly what I needed to hear. He said, these trees are still standing, and so are you. Church, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know if that best friend of 20 years kind of abandoned you because of some political divisive thing and you just feel dry and desolate. I don't know if there's a family member that you've been trying to reach and they've just been rejecting anything that you have to say about the Lord. I don't know if you came in dry and weary like I have, but I want you to know that those trees are still standing, and so are you. You are here for a purpose, and we continue to love.